Let's go treasure hunting. Oh yeah, baby! Come check this out. So I was rummaging through a bunch of old Bronco parts and I stumbled across a ton of soft top parts. You thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, no? Maybe? Ah, let's roll it. Yeah, and we are back. It's 2018. It's a new year where... What? You think it looks dumb? I thought it looked kind of cool. Whatever. Alright. 2018. It's a new year. This is going to be a great year full of sick videos. So if you want to be a part of it, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below and let's get started with today's video. Like I've stated here before, it's winter, it's chilly. Right now the bikini top just isn't going to cut it. So today I am going to install a Bestop soft top on my baby and we'll see how that goes. For the record, I printed off instructions. I'll leave a link for those instructions in the descriptions below if I remember, but let's do it. Alright, so obviously one of the first things you want to do is take off your old top. If you have a hard top, I suggest getting some friends, taking that bad boy off. I'm gonna go ahead and take my bikini top off. I'm gonna go ahead and take my roll bar top off. And yeah. Boom, that is done. Now we move on to the next step. All right, next thing you want to do is bolt your windshield adapter to the windshield. I already did this because I had the roll bar top on already, so mine's good to go. It's pretty straightforward. Just use some nuts and some bolts, bolt this thing to the windshield, and you are set. Actually, one thing I do need to mention is if you have a wiper motor cover, you're gonna have to do some fabricating on it so that it'll fit and work with the windshield adapter. All of that is in the instructions. If you find out that you don't know how to do that, just leave a comment down below and we'll help you guys out with that. Alrighty, what you want to do now is install your windshield brackets. There are holes in the windshield adapter. Use a nut and a bolt. And that's that. Do it to the other side now. Alright, now you want to go ahead and move to the back of the rig and start installing your side belt rails. If you eyeball this side belt rail, you'll notice that one side is longer than the other when looking at these holes, and you want that longer piece to point towards the back, so hopefully that saves you a little bit of time in guessing. So now just throw your tailgate bracket on there and bolt it down. I couldn't find the hardware for this when I was looking around out back, so I'm just gonna use some nuts and some bolts and I'm gonna go ahead and do that. No, I'm not. So I actually have interior quarter panels installed, which I totally forgot, so I gotta take all of these off so I can actually screw this thing down. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that quarter panel off. I will be right back. All right, and I'm back. Just go ahead and start taking your quarter panels off if you have them. Alright, now this quarter panel is unscrewed. Just go ahead and get back to the install of the tailgate bracket and the side belt rail. Nut, bolt, tighten. Ow. For the record, just mirror all of this that I'm doing on this side on the other side and you guys will be good to go. Alright, so you have both tailgate brackets installed on the back. Now what you want to do is install your vertical rod mounts. Those look like these. 2 holes. Just line up the first hole with the hole in the front, the other hole facing forward. Bolt it down. That guy's on. Do the passenger side and we'll move on. Alright, so at this point you've bolted down your tailgate bracket and your vertical rod mount. Now you just need to finish up bolting down this side belt rail. Cool, one side down. Guess what? Do the other side. Alrighty, so now that your side belt rails are installed, you are going to need to use your drill for this next step. And you're gonna need a 3/16 drill bit, so go ahead and grab those. I'm good. Got attacked by a chimpanzee. Alrighty guys, so as I said before, we have holes 1, 2, 3, and in hole 4, what you want to do is drill a 3/16 hole. That is going to be used for the bow assembly, so go ahead and do that to both sides, hole 4, and we'll move on. We are getting closer to being done, guys. Now that you have that hole drilled, it is time to install the bow assembly. Alrighty guys, so with this bow assembly, if you look carefully, you can see that there is a male end and a female end. What you want to do is just connect those together, and then I'm going to throw this in your Bronco. Alright. Oh, at this point, I would like to suggest having a friend. Only I had Dave. Dave, if you could hear me, I need you! I need you! I need you! I need you! Dave, you made it!
What do you want, Mitchell?
I am so excited to see you. Alrighty. Thanks, Dave. Go back from whence you came.
Later, man.
Oh. Alrighty, so that bow assembly is in. You're just gonna wanna let that thing fold down, and you wanna throw your screw and tapping plate in, or in my case, the nut and the bolt, and you wanna tighten this back screw down. Do it to the other side, and now you just wanna flip your bow assembly. Whoa. Just flip that over. In your kit, the hardware should have come with I think it's a 14 by ½ panhead screw. I'm just gonna use this self-tapping screw. And that one is good to go as well. All right, so now that your bow assembly is secure, you just wanna lift this front bow right here and install your vertical rod into those vertical rod mounts that you installed earlier. All you have to do that is just press in that button and let it pop in. Boom, and there we go. And then just go ahead and install your horizontal rod mount, doing the same thing. Go ahead and do that to the other side. Alrighty, now you have completely installed your bow assembly. Now it is time to put the top on. So the first step to installing your top is inserting the deck into the windshield adapter, the deck being this tubed part of the top. Go ahead and do that. Center it up. Now what you want to do is put your button heads on. Those go right there. Mine are already on, like I said, because I had that roll bar top on. But if you don't have them already, there are details in the instructions on how to install them. I'm not gonna go through that. So just look at the instructions, get that thing done. I'm gonna put those on. Alrighty, so once you've got those snapped in, you could just flip this top over the windshield. Hey guys, so what you wanna do now is lift that back part of the bow assembly up, and you're gonna notice that there are button heads on it. What you wanna do is just snap all of those in place. Let me see if you can see those. Go ahead and snap them. All right, just make sure you snap all 6, then you guys can move on. Boom. Alrighty guys, so this next step is gonna take a little bit of force. What you can see is there's this little plastic retainer. And what you're gonna wanna try to do is slip that into this side belt rail. So probably the easiest way to do this is get one side started and then just kind of massage it in. Let's see what we can do. Okay, wow, I totally just shocked myself. That was like so fast. I shouldn't have even fast forwarded that. Like that was quick. Honestly, I've installed one of these before and it took me like 10 minutes and I was getting frustrated and sweaty. But anyways, do that, pull it with that plastic retainer, and you want that to line up with your tailgate bracket. So just pull that and then go ahead and do the other side. Cool, all right, now that you've installed those plastic retainers into the side belt rail, you're just gonna lift this bow assembly up into this first hole right here to create tension on the top. the other side as well. One thing that you should keep in mind is after a few hours in the sun, this top is gonna loosen up about an inch or two. So as you see that start happening, you can push this up to the next 2 holes as you see fit to create more tension. So just keep that in mind. And now let's install these quarter windows. All right, so now what you want to do is position this window with the rubber piece towards the front and the zippers towards the top and the back of this window. And then you just want to reach up and zip this top zipper about 3 inches, then move to the back and zip that one up all the way. You can go ahead and tuck this little piece on in there and zip your top zipper up the rest of the way. Alrighty, now we have some more of these plastic things that are super fun to deal with. Go ahead and give it your best shot. All right, now that one is on. Now go ahead and struggle with the other side. Ugh, it's getting warm. Alrighty guys, so as stressful as that may have been for you, just keep trekking, we are almost done. What you want to do now is wrap these Velcro flaps around your vertical rods and your horizontal rods on both sides. There's a little strap of Velcro on the inside. Alrighty, and then there are 2 little Velcro straps that strap around the bow assembly. Boom! And now we move on to one of the final steps, which is installing that rear window. Let's do it. One quick thing to mention is once you get all this tightened down and everything is in, after we do that window, you guys may come back and experience problems with your door shutting. That is because of the tension and this top holding the windshield back this way. So one thing that you guys are gonna have to do if you have that problem is install some rods from your roll bar to your windshield to kind of push that out. I will be making a video in the future on that, but if you guys have any questions on how to do that, just call any of our guys here at Wild Horses. All of that contact information will be in the description. Oh my gosh. Okay, I know you guys can still hear me because the mic is still recording. All of that contact information will be in the description below. Let's move on to that back window. Alrighty, now for this, you just want to set your tailgate down, hop up in here, and zip your top zipper. Alright, and then what you want to do is zip your side zippers down about 3 inches. Do that. Now just grab your tailgate bracket, position it with the rubber facing down and the tube channel facing towards the back of the rig. Go ahead and run your tube through this window retainer, right like that. Now there's a flat space on the back of this retainer. You are just going to want to slip that onto your tailgate bracket. And now, as you can see, there are these little clips on the side of your top. You just want to go ahead and slip those into that tube channel. Zip these the rest of the way down. Then you want to wrap these Velcro things onto it. Okay, and then you want to I think we're done. Yes, you heard right. That finishes up the Bestop soft top install. I hope you all enjoyed the tutorial. Come back in the near future for more super duper expert videos on how to do stuff. It will mostly pertain to Broncos, just so you know. If there is anything that any of you guys want to see in the future, just comment it down below. Or maybe you guys want a gas tank install. You guys want to know how to do that. Maybe you guys don't know how to install tires. Maybe you're 10 and you're watching this. Comment it down below and we will see what we can do for you guys. And with all of that being said, we will see you guys out there on the trail when we finally get out there on the trail. But that is a discussion for another time. Peace.